Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we explore the night Chernobyl fell apart, revealing how a routine test spiraled into a global nuclear tragedy. Today, its legacy remains a defining moment in the history of nuclear safety and policy. Ukraine is marking 40 years since the explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the world's worst civilian nuclear disaster in history, which claimed the lives of at least 31 people, including 28 emergency workers from acute radiation syndrome, ARS. In 2005, the UN predicted that a further 4,000 might eventually die as a result of the radiation exposure. Disaster at Chernobyl nuclear power plant in northern Ukraine on the banks of the Pripyat River, then part of the Soviet Union, occurred at 1:23 a.m. on April 26, 1986, where a botched safety test triggered a catastrophic blast in Reactor 4, where a steam explosion and subsequent graphite fire blew off the reactor roof. The explosion penetrated through the wall of the building, sending an enormous amount of radioactive smoke into the atmosphere, where nuclear fuel burned for over 10 days. In response, helicopters were used to dump thousands of tons of sand, clay, and lead in a desperate bid to smother the fire. The International Atomic Energy Agency later attributed the disaster to major design flaws in the reactor and its shutdown system, along with breaches of operational protocols. Radioactive fallout contaminated vast regions of Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia, eventually spreading across Europe. In the following 4 years, around 600,000 liquidators, including soldiers, firefighters, engineers, miners, and medical staff, were deployed across the Soviet Union to contain and clean up the catastrophe. On April 27th, Soviet officials initiated the evacuation of around 30,000 inhabitants of Pripyat. Authorities initially tried to conceal the incident, but on April 28th, radiation monitoring stations in Sweden, over 800 miles from Chernobyl, detected levels about 40% above normal. Later that day, the Soviet news agency confirmed that a serious nuclear accident had taken place at Chernobyl. Following the disaster, the radioactive material released into the atmosphere, far exceeding the levels from the Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombings, was carried by winds across northern and eastern Europe, polluting vast areas of forests and farmland. Around 5,000 Soviet citizens later died from cancer and other radiation-related illnesses, while millions more suffered health effects. By 2000, the final operational reactors at Chernobyl were shut down, marking the plant's official closure. Thanks for tuning in to this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.